Fans Beyond Wrestling, this is Denver, Colorado, the man, not the place, joining you once again to call the action for the fourth and final first-round match of the tournament for tomorrow. And yeah, there he is, the Pit Boss. We already saw him thus far interfering, sticking his nose where it doesn't belong in the tournament for tomorrow. You know, I don't really understand what the Pit Boss's motivations are at this point. I don't understand why he still attends these Beyond Wrestling tapings. To me, if I had to take a wild guess, a stab in the dark, I think that he's still here to act out the mission of the Doom Patrol, as it were, before Chris Dickinson went out with an injury. But we haven't heard from Chris Dickinson in almost a year now. Johnny Mangway obviously realizing that in order to be successful, he needs to be his own man, and for some reason the Pit Boss taking exception to that. Now we saw the Pit Boss interfering in the previous encounter between Sugar Dunkerton and Johnny Mangway. Well, Sugar Dunkerton and Aaron Epic have aligned themselves with Pinky Sanchez, forming the KOA. And you've got to think that Pinky Sanchez is going to be looking for revenge in this contest, because it was the Pit Boss that drove Sugar Dunkerton headfirst into the ring post on the outside. And what I'm still trying to figure out is if he did that to help Johnny Mangway, or if he did that to try and get Johnny Mangway disqualified so that he wouldn't be able to continue in the tournament for tomorrow. And take a look at the Pit Boss. He hasn't taken his eyes off of the KOA, one iota. And now Pinky Sanchez up on the apron. Again, a fun-loving guy trying to bring Sexy Muto to all the other wrestlers. He's made a mistake because he's turned his back to the Pit Boss, and the Pit Boss not even letting Pinky Sanchez have the opportunity to get in the ring, already bringing the fight to him, and just smashing that forearm across the face of Pinky Sanchez and throwing him into all the other wrestlers around ringside. Here you see the Pit Boss, somebody who I'm not even sure if the Pit Boss is a trained professional wrestler. Again, I know that he was a thug that was brought in by Chris Dickinson to just terrorize Beyond Wrestling, to aid Chris Dickinson in his efforts with the Doom Patrol. But, I mean, the Pit Boss, that's not a nickname that he was given by a promoter or was bestowed upon him by other wrestlers. This guy goes to metal shows and beats people up. You know, he can't just go around kicking people's asses, so he's turned to professional wrestling where he can lay a beating on somebody. And Pinky Sanchez doing everything in his power to make sure that he's not the target right now. But again, just getting clocked with that right hand of the Pit Boss. The Pit Boss on the receiving end of a number of forearms, but again, just one right hand. Oh, but this time Pinky Sanchez putting that fridge door in the way, able to protect himself from the impact, and the Pit Boss doing damage to his own hand. Again, this match not even officially underway. Pinky Sanchez running in with that super kick, just sending Pit Boss head first, smashing the back of his head on that concrete wall, and now just choking away at him. And again, this is retribution that Pinky Sanchez is looking for based on what the Pit Boss did to his stablemate, Sugar Dunkerton, in the previous encounter. And from the looks of it, I'm not sure that Pinky Sanchez had intended for things to break down like this, but now that they have, he is more than willing to capitalize on the opportunity. Charging in for that tornado DDT, he gets caught and just driven, picked out of midair, just driven back first into that ring apron and hitting the back of his head on that steel cable as well. The Pit Boss, again, getting in the face of all the other wrestlers around ringside, getting in the face of the official who wants to officially start this contest. And the intimidation factor from the Pit Boss in Beyond Wrestling is unmatched. The strength as well, just press slamming Pinky Sanchez and driving him head first into the mat, tossing him into the ring, just getting dumped unceremoniously. And Pinky Sanchez might be hurt. He's not even moving right now. The Pit Boss is going for the cover, but the match hasn't even officially started yet. The referee checking on the outside to see if this match should begin, and now instead checking on the condition of Pinky Sanchez. And that's the smart decision to make, to see if Pinky Sanchez is even going to be able to continue. Well, Pinky Sanchez perhaps playing possum back up to his feet, springboard right into that face buster, driving the Pit Boss face first down to the mat. Now going for a pin himself, but again, the bell hasn't sounded. Now Pinky Sanchez demanding that the bell has sounded. Somebody's going to ring the bell. And there we go, this contest officially underway. But look at the Pit Boss kicking out with authority. Again, Pinky Sanchez, somebody who's looking to defeat the Pit Boss to make sure that he's not going to interfere any further with the tournament for tomorrow. Oh, connects with that super kick. Pinky Sanchez on spaghetti legs, but connects with that super kick once again. Get himself hyped up. Now that spinning kick right to the face and stumbling into position and connecting with a fourth super kick. That's going to be it. Pit Boss struggling to get back up to his feet, still staggered on hands and knees. And Pinky Sanchez coming in with that shining hiney, but just driven down with a spine buster. And did you see the impact on the back of his head? Still managing to kick out of that. And as I was saying, Pinky Sanchez is going to want to make sure that the Pit Boss is not going to interfere any further in the tournament for tomorrow, because there you see Aaron Epic, who's nursing an injured knee, is going to be moving on to the second round and going to be competing against Johnny Mangway. Now, look at this again. The Pit Boss just getting in the face of the official once again. We saw that Sugar Dunkerton had focused the majority of his attacks on Johnny Mangway's leg. So now Johnny Mangway and Aaron Epic are going to be competing against each other in the second round, both going to that match with a bad wheel. And the winner of this contest will move on to face ACH. Pinky Sanchez able to get his hands up, prevent the impact of that German suplex. I think the Pit Boss thought he nailed it. He comes charging in, but Pinky Sanchez meets him with that flying forearm. Oh, and Pinky Sanchez just springing off the second rope and connecting with a knee, square to the jaw. But Pit Boss is still staggering around. How tough is this guy? And finally, the missile drop kick to the knee, taking the Pit Boss off his feet. And perhaps Pinky Sanchez is going to be employing the same strategy that his partner Sugar Dunkerton did. Going to be attacking the leg of the Pit Boss. Sizing him up, springing in, and connecting with that knee on the side of the head. Looks like he also landed on Pit Boss's leg. That move working to the favor of Pinky Sanchez. And now, we're going to be moving up to the top rope as the Pit Boss once again struggling to get back up to his feet. But the damage has been done from before this contest even began. Pinky Sanchez struggling to get to the top rope, and there he slipped. And the Pit Boss able to capitalize, charging in, connecting with a series of forearms. Oh no. It looks like he's moving Pinky Sanchez in position. He's going to be trying to drive him back down to the mat. And now a few more forearms for good measure. But Pinky Sanchez shrugging him off, a series of open hand strikes, and that headbutt. Pit Boss falling back down to the mat. Pinky Sanchez sizing up the Pit Boss. Waiting for him to get in position, but is he taking too much time? Oh, connecting with that flying shiny hiney, and again landing on the knee of the Pit Boss. Pinky Sanchez with that tunnel vision. He's got something in mind. And another flying shiny hiney. Is that going to do it? Oh, Pit Boss barely able to get the shoulder off the mat. Take a look at that. Connecting with the first from the top rope, and the second just charging in, connecting right at the temple. Pinky Sanchez certainly looking to move on to the second round along with his partner in the KOA, Aaron Epic. And it's perhaps that those two will meet in the finals. But then again, the Pit Boss, if he's able to defeat Pinky Sanchez right here, he's going to be moving on to face ACH. If he could beat ACH, he might be going up against Mangway in the finals. So, I mean, some of these rivalries that we've seen develop in Beyond Wrestling, we have no idea how it's going to unfold, but these guys just want the opportunity to show that they are some of the best up-and-coming athletes in the world of professional wrestling. And Pinky Sanchez, brilliant counter, able to find that ace crusher. Is that going to be it? Pit Boss is just too strong. I don't know how Pinky Sanchez is going to be able to keep the Pit Boss down to the mat. One of the things that works against Pinky Sanchez, unfortunately, is his smaller frame when going up against an opponent the size of the Pit Boss. Pinky Sanchez trying not to hit his head, but again, taking too much time. Pit Boss afforded the opportunity to roll out of the way, and he just killed him with that clothesline across the face. Sanchez landing on the back of his head as well. And Pit Boss, instead of going for the pin, he's got more damage to dish out, sending him off the ropes. Oh, and just driving him down full elevation with that spine buster. That's going to do it. Pit Boss moving on to the second round of the tournament for tomorrow. The leg is hooked. But you can't count Pinky Sanchez down. The resilience of this youngster. Able to kick out after that clothesline and after that spine buster. And once again, the Pit Boss getting into the face of the official. This is going to be the third or fourth time that we've seen that at this point. And the Pit Boss cannot allow Pinky Sanchez the opportunity to recover. Now he's calling for Hell H, that Dominator. If he's able to nail this, that's going to be it. Pinky Sanchez is done. It's academic at this point. But the lazy cover from the Pit Boss has cost him. And again, that's where the lack of experience that Pit Boss has in a professional wrestling context is going to cost him in a professional wrestling setting. Take it to these streets, the guy is going to beat anybody's ass. But again, he's here in Beyond Wrestling. If he's here to win matches, he's going to be careful. Going for Hell H once again. This time Pinky Sanchez able to take him over with that Hurricane Rana. Sensing the urgency, hooking the leg, going for the pin. But again, the Pit Boss able to kick out. I don't know if Pinky Sanchez can pin the Pit Boss. I mean, he hasn't really been wrestling this match in a way that's going to favor a submission strategy at this point. He hasn't really been focusing his attack on the knee in a while. He had that opening to begin with, but now he's just caught in the corner. Pit Boss setting him up. Running and jumping halfway across the ring with that standing splash. Yeah, I mean, good effort from Pinky Sanchez, but I don't know if he's going to be able to close the deal. Well, the referee's counted to 5. Giving the Pit Boss the benefit of the doubt. Pit Boss just shoving him down to the mat. And now he's calling for the bell. I don't even know if the Pit Boss cares. Again, just continuing to, just attacking anybody in sight. Well, to the best of my knowledge, the Pit Boss has been disqualified. Pinky Sanchez barely even moving, just getting dragged to the center of the ring and now just getting choked away. There you see Sugar Dunkerton calling Aaron Epic to his aid. Pinky Sanchez's partners in KOA running the Pit Boss off. You see Epic hobbling around on that injured leg.
This is your shot, all right? You're done.
The Pit Boss doesn't even care that he's lost.
Nobody likes it. That's why for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Play my music.
He wants his music to get played. Why should anybody celebrate the efforts of this idiot? And the Pit Boss get in the face of all the other wrestlers around ringside. He doesn't even care. This guy isn't here because he wants to win, just like everybody else. He's not here to prove that he's the best. He's here to bully people and beat people up. That's what Chris Dickinson introduced him into Beyond Wrestling to do. And take a look at Pinky Sanchez. I would say that even though the Pit Boss has lost, he is successful in what he set out to do in this contest.
Roll him that way.
But now we know the second round of the tournament for tomorrow, what it's shaping up to be. We're going to be seeing Aaron Epic going up against Johnny Mangwe. Both of those guys have injuries to their legs. We don't know the extent of the damage done. But Pinky Sanchez, who can barely even get to his feet right now, looks like he's going to have to be carried out of the ring, is going to be going up against ACH. Now, we know that ACH is going to be the freshest man going into the second round, but he also might be the most spent, paced on his match with AR Fox. Those guys took each other to the limit. And again, Sugar Dunkerton checking on Pinky Sanchez. I mean, who knows if he's going to be able to compete. ACH may be seeing a buy into the finals. Pinky Sanchez, though, gutsy effort. Really tough, taking the Pit Boss to his limits. Still walking away with the victory.